Hello guys, welcome back. So today we're gonna start with the Selenium WebDriver 2 video, and I've already shown you guys a little bit about how to deal with Selenium IDE, but today I'm just gonna show you a very basic thing, which is how to grab the code from Selenium IDE and use it in WebDriver. So let's start. I'm gonna open the Selenium IDE. Basically I should first put it to HTML, and I start from the basics. I'm just gonna it's recording right now. As you guys know, it's by default recording, and I'm just gonna search for, let's say, enterprise, and I'm gonna click on rentals. Maybe just pick up location as SFO 12 written. Everything's fine. I just do not want to put so many things. And search a car. It just says we were sold out of vehicles on the following location. That's okay. So I'm now gonna stop the recording. Stop recording. Save this test case. Maybe Selenium test. Save it. So if I run it from Selenium IDE, as you all know, it's just gonna run the same steps. It just opened the Selenium Firefox, Google, typed in SFO on the enterprise website, came here. So we just did these steps, we didn't go further. Now I'm gonna show you how I can use these steps to generate a code for my WebDriver. So what we do is, from the options, we go to format, we go to the language that we are using. So in this tutorial we are working with Java and WebDriver, so I'm gonna select Java WebDriver. You guys can select Ruby, Python, C#, anything you like. Java WebDriver. It's just gonna show me a pop-up for JavaScript. Click OK, and it shows me this code here. So I want to completely copy this code, and before using this we want to do some steps to set up our WebDriver Eclipse. So I'm going to minimize this, go to Google again, type in Selenium. So we need the jar files. So I get the first link as seleniumhq.org. Click here, go to downloads page. From this table, Selenium client and WebDriver language bindings. You guys can download whatever version you're working with, and so version by version I meant basically whatever language you're working with. So if you were working with Java, you can download this version of Selenium from here. If you're interested in some previous versions, you can download the previous versions from here. So everything's available on Selenium HQ website. I'm not gonna download since I already have it downloaded. I'll still show you guys what we need to do in Eclipse. So I first need to create a project. So maybe let's create the project Selenium WD2 tutorial. Got a big name. Click next. Nothing here to do. Finish. And I'm gonna create my first package, maybe tutorial.selenium. Click finish. That's it. And I need my first class. So my first class is maybe IDE 2 WebDriver, or maybe I'll give a full name, more descriptive. Click finish. So this is my first class that I created for WebDriver. Let me actually copy the code that I copied from the Selenium IDE. So you see multiple errors, like bunch of errors. Let's resolve them line by line. First thing is the package that's copied from IDE is this. We don't need this. Let's get rid of this. And all these packages should go to the top. These are all imported. And I don't need this class name, Selenium test, that's copied from IDE. And let's put it here. We don't need extra brackets also. So I'm gonna select the full code, Shift, Command, and F. It's gonna format my code. Now you see the code is in better format. So it's Shift, Command, and F, or you can do the format from here also. So this is the format. In Windows it's Control Shift F. So the only difference in Mac is using the command button. Now it doesn't recognize any of the Selenium stuff, if you see, right? Because I don't have any of the Selenium jar files here. Also, first of all, I think just comment these code out, because we're not using these lines right now. So I'm just gonna comment these code from is element present. We don't need it, so just comment it out. What we're basically doing is just creating an instance of our web driver and creating a string base URL. We don't need this also right now. And in our setup method, this is a before method. So basically before method is executed before our test method executes. So we can write anything that we want to start or initialize before our test starts. So before method is useful for the things which are like preconditions, you can say. So I'm just using the driver as I'm creating a new instance of Firefox driver. We have already seen these new keywords in our Java tutorial. Base URL, I'm setting up the value to google.com. That's our first. By default that was open when we started our test, and there's an implicit weight and all it put in. And then in our test, what we are doing is we're getting the base URL. After that, it's getting the ID of the search box and it's clearing it. Whatever the text is there, it's clearing it out. Then driver.find element with the same ID. It's sending the keys. We search for enterprise. It is searching for enterprise by this send keys method. It's all inbuilt for Selenium. Now by link text, it's finding this text and clicking on it. We actually clicked on the text, right? If I show you, if I go back, we clicked on the text, this, right? So if you can see, you can just match the text, enterprise rent a car, and it's exactly same, right? Enterprise rent a car, and it's clicking on that. After that, it's clearing the search criteria, and in the text box is typing SFO, that's what we searched for, and then it's clicked that thing. So that this is our total test that concludes our test. In the tear down, it's quitting the Firefox browser and verification. So now let's clear these errors. What we need to do is, we downloaded our jar files, right? We need to download our jar files from this. I already have it downloaded. What I'm gonna do is, for Eclipse, I'm gonna right click on Selenium WD tutorial, go to properties, and go to my Java build path, libraries tab, and I'm gonna add my external jars. External jars are something that we just downloaded. So this is my jars. I'm gonna add all the jars. So I'm gonna go to Selenium jars folder and then libs folder, select everything, open, and then add external jars, add these two outside jars also. So everything within libs folder and outside libs folder should be added. Click open, click OK. and it's setting the build path. Now you see the magic, all the errors are gone, and now only issues are something which is unused. So that's okay, we don't care about it. This is unused, this is unused, that's all fine, no big deal, all the errors are gone. So if I just click on run, you should be able to see the Firefox coming up and the program running. Might take some time, it's still running. Still taking some time, a little slow. So basically what we're doing is, in the meantime I'll explain you. So we're just copying the code. Okay, I think it came back. Open the Firefox browser, google.com, search for enterprise. It's gonna click on the second link. Went there, typed SFO, and done. So what happened? The test case passed. You can see the test passed. The total time it took is about 50 seconds, and the Firefox is closed again, right? So it didn't keep the Firefox for you. To see what exactly happened, let me just comment out this line which says driver.quit. So now in the end you'll be able to see where it ended the code. So it's not gonna quit the Firefox. It just takes a little bit of time, so let's bear with Selenium, guys. So in short, the story is we can just copy the code from Selenium IDE and use it in our WebDriver. We generally do not do that because we are gonna build up our framework that's gonna have different classes and all these things set up in different modules, and we're gonna use them in our code. Let's take a look right now. I'll explain you later. It's just doing that. Typed SFO, searched, click on search, and till here. So our test was still here also only, right? So this time it didn't close the browser. It's because we commented the code out for driver.quit. So we have the browser still open, right? It's still open. So this is the thing. So basically in Selenium WebDriver there are a whole lot of built-in methods that we can directly use. Like driver.get it's getting the base URL, whatever URL we put in the base URL variable, which is here we have put in. It can find elements by ID, by link text, by so many different things. Like, so it's finding the element by ID search criteria and clearing out the text, whatever is there. It initially was nothing, but still it's just as a precautionary measure, it's clearing out the text. Send case is to type something, and there's so many methods, right? So driver.quit was to, so we initiated the driver with Firefox, so it's gonna quit the Firefox. So basically it's doing all those things with just the Firefox driver, and it's whole lot of magic with Selenium WebDriver too. So this is the nutshell. I was talking about we can copy the code from Selenium IDE and use it in WebDriver. We can certainly do that, but we pretty much never do that in industry, because we create different classes for getting the pages and then navigation to different pages, typing in something. We usually have different modules and different classes for all those actions, and then we have different classes for test methods. So we generally do not do that, but sometimes we can take help from it. So I think this is the first class. I just wanted to show you how to generate code using Selenium IDE and use that in WebDriver. In the following classes we'll write our own code and we'll create decent framework which gonna be very helpful. So guys, just practice, just play around a little bit with Selenium IDE and try to copy some code and use it, and just try to figure out few things about WebDriver, the ones that I showed you. And in next coming classes we'll discuss Selenium WebDriver in more detail. Thank you guys.